Shalom, Yasharala. I want to give infinite honors to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Kakadash. I want to give double honors to our teachers, the apostles of Great Millstone, who are worthy their double honors. And salutation to my fellow laborers in Yahweh Shai, pushing this truth across the four winds. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom, Kwam Yasharala. All right, I'm gonna go in this topic. I'm gonna go in about when you come into this faith, young brothers. When you come into this faith, this faith is full of hurt and pain, man. You're gonna go through different trials and tribulations and dire straits when you get on this narrow path. Okay, it comes with the territory. All right. Before we march, and Lord willing, we're in that blessed number. Before the men of the Lord march into the kingdom of heaven, all right, as the saints, all of the saints are going to be battle tested. All right, before the Most High change us into a twinkling of an eye, we're gonna be like war tested lions on the Serengeti. Whenever you look at those lions on the Serengeti, they be living majestic, but yet they be having a lot of war wounds, man. They have a lot of war wounds on their faces when you look at a lot of those lions. And that's how the men of the Lord is going to be, man. The Most High is going to buffet us and buffet you in many different ways, man. He throws us in the fire, man. And what does fire do? Wood and stubble? It burns it. It turns it to smoke and ashes. But what does it do to gold? The Most High liken his men to fine gold. It gets the impurities out of it, and it makes it better. All right. So when you go to the truth, a lot of brothers have this testimony. You might lose your job, your wife, your children. All right. Those that you called friends, they're going to become your enemies. All right. All of this comes with the territory. All right. So the scriptures got to be your comfort, and whatever comes upon you, you got to be ready to go through it. That's what makes a man. That's what makes a man of the Lord a man of the Lord. How he deals with controversy and these demons when they attack us. Okay. All right. Long suffering, just suffering. Period. Builds character. All right. Being able to take it and endure it builds character. That's why the scriptures say, "He that endureth to the end shall be delivered." All right. So I'm gonna start off with the banger. It's one of my favorite scriptures. I got a lot of favorite scriptures. But this one here, bro, it hits home. Let's start from the top. Sirach 2:1. My son, if thou come to serve Yahweh, prepare thy soul from temptation. You see what I'm saying? All the men of Yahweh Bashim Shai are going to be battle tested. They're going to be able to take whatever is thrown at them. All right? And it's not an easy walk. Okay? That's why they're the cream of the crop. Crella de la creme. All right? Top notch. All right? Quality. All right? The men of the Lord is the cream of the crop. The first fruits. All right? The best of the flock. Lambs without blemish. Perfection. All right? And the Most High know what he put in each and one of his men. That's why he told Satan, have you considered my servant Job? He knew what he put in Job when Job was in the womb. He put a heart of a lion in him. And that's why us brothers, when we know all of the trials and tribulations that's going to come our way, you learn how to just, hey, let it come. Well, James even say, man, count it all joy when diverse temptation come your way. Fuck it. Let's get it. Okay? Set thy heart aright and constantly endure. All right? And this is the light of every man of the Lord, every brother. All right, brothers fight different demons. What might be a hard demon for you and a hard mountain for you to climb might be easy for another brother, and what might be easy for you might be hard for another brother. But at the end of the day, we all have to endure. We all have to go through these things, okay? And make no haste in time of trouble. Trouble's gonna come our way. The whole time our great king walked the planet, trouble came his way, no matter where he went. You know what? Let me get that. I'm gonna come back. This is Isaiah 53. And all right. This is Isaiah 53 and 3. He is despised and rejected of men. See, when he came around, man, the masses always wanted to kill him. Always scoffed at him. He called them Beelzebub. All right. Saying they wanted to kill him. They tried to kill him even before they put him on the cross. All right. He was despised and rejected of men. A man of sorrows. All right. And we walk in his light. He told us the servant is not greater than the master. So if they did it to the master of the house, how much more they're going to do it to the servant? All right. So we're going to be despised. When you come in this faith, you're going to be despised. You're going to be rejected. You're going to be a byword to the world. All right. You're going to be a man of sorrows. You're going to learn to be acquainted with grief. Because when you read the book of Ecclesiastes, it say the wise man is in the house of mourning. The wise men are in the house of mourning. All right. This book is full of lamentation, mourning, and woe. All right. So you're going to be acquainted with these things. All right. That's how our great king was. And we hid as it were our faces from him. He was despised and we esteemed him not. Surely he had borne our griefs and carried our sorrows. Yet we did esteem him stricken, smitten of Yahweh, and afflicted. Okay? So our great king went through holy hell, man. All right? He went through holy hell. And he told us he's going to be with us always until the end of the age. So we got to we got to be prepared to go through holy hell. All right? Because sure as shit stinks. When you come to this truth, don't take my word for it. When you say you're going to come serve Yahweh Shema Shai, you're going to get persecuted. Tribulation and dire straits is going to come your way. All right? Whosoever is bought Salakia, all right? Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. So when these trials come your way, you're supposed to cleave to Yahweh Shema Shai more and more. Run to his word. Hold fast to him and don't let go. Don't go off to the left or the right. All right. The scriptures say, woe be to him with weak hands. All right. Him that has lost patience. All right. Whatsoever is about on thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou change to a lower state. When you come into this truth, you're going to be the offscourging of men, man. You're going to be brought to a lower state. All right. You're not going to be the cool guy, the nickel slick cool guy that everybody held in high esteem when you come to this truth. You're going to become an enemy of the world. According to James, the 4th chapter, man. All right. For gold is tried in the fire. All right. And that fire is hell coming upon you. All right. You're going to have money woes. You're going to have women woes. You're going to have children woes. All right. You're going to have frenemies. You have demons attacking you. Your body's going to start aching. These are the things that happen in this walk of ours, man. All right. That's that fire. Okay. So what are you going to do when that fire comes on you? All right. Are you going to fold up like a lawn chair? Or are you going to gird up your loins like a man and put on these weapons of war? The helmet of the buckler of truth, the helmet of salvation, the shield of faith, breastplate of righteousness, sword of the spirit, gospel of peace. All right. You got to prepare yourself for a spiritual war, man. All right? An acceptable man in the furnace of adversity. All right? For you to go in that kingdom of heaven, all right, and be found acceptable, you have to go through adversity. You have to be ready to go through adversity, man. Believe in Yahweh Shem Shai, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in him. Okay? So you could put in your pipe when you come to serve Yahweh Shem Shai, you see these brothers on the highways week in and week out. All right? You could look at these brothers. Just know every brother's going through their own battle, man. And then when you come put your hand to the plow, you got to count the cost, man. Because we prepare for the worst in this truth. The Most High put the Spirit on us to prepare for the worst, man. And the worst thing that could happen to you, the worst thing this devil could do you is put you to death. All right? And we're prepared for that. You have to count the cost, man. All right? This is First Ezra 7:1. That's not it. What's on Second Ezra 7:1? All right, this Second Ezra 7:1. All right, and when I made it end of speaking these words, there was sending to me an angel. Is this what I wanted? This is it. Yeah, this is it. I'm gonna start at verse 3. And I said, "Speak on, my power." Then he said unto me, "There's set a seat set in a wide place." That's the kingdom of heaven. That seat set in a wide place is the kingdom of heaven. All right, this is a parable. All right, a metaphor, a dark saying. It's not literal. All right, you gotta be able to connect the dots. That it might be deep and great. All right, and it's full of good things. All right. Verse 4. But the entrance were narrow and like a river. All right, so to get in this wide place that's deep, all right, and full of goodly things, you have to go through this narrow entrance, all right? And that narrow entrance is full of hell, man. That's the path that the men of the Lord are on, all right? Who then will go into the sea to look upon it and rule it, all right? See, this thing was all about dominion. For us to get the dominion, all right, the kingdom of heaven is about being at the top of the totem pole, all right? At the end of the day, this truth is about having the dominion. And the men that are going to have the dominion is the men that have this faith and are able to battle test it, that could go through whatever thrown at them, okay? If he went not through the narrow, how could he come to the broad? All right? So you got to go through this path that Yahweh Shema Shai has said before us. No matter what is thrown at you. If your boss say, "Hey man, we seen you on the highways dressed with dresses on saying death to America, man, we're going to have to fire you, man." You got to take it on the cheek, man. Or if your wife say, "Man, look, man, you done took all the pork and the shrimp out the refrigerator. Hey, look, you just changing this extreme. Look, I'm leaving. I'm taking the kids. We leaving." You got to take it on the cheek. All right? That's part of that narrow path, man. All right? And if he went not through the narrow, how can he come into the broad? There's also another thing. A city is built and set up on a broad field. That's the kingdom of heaven. And it's full of good things, all right? The kingdom of heaven. Immortality, all right? Ruling over the nations, man. Manipulating the elements, man. All right? Driving UFOs, man. Having multiple wives and thousands of children, man. These are these good things. Going throughout the quasars, the galaxies, all right? Most of all, being able to behold the beauty of Yahweh Shema Shai in their temple, man. Okay? The entrance thereof is narrow, and it's set in a dangerous place to fall. Like if it was a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water. And that's what we're going through right now, man. This filthy, polluted place, America, man, is easy for you to fall. On one hand, you got the adulterers over here. On the left hand, you probably got these Amalekites coming to bring you a bag of gold shekels, asking you to renounce your Hawashai and to teach fallacies. All right? Over here, you losing your job. Over here, your bills catching up to you, beating you down. All right? Your children are subscribing to Western society, no matter how much you teach them the scriptures. All right? They're getting polluted at school. All right? It's just dire straits in this motherfucker, man. All right? On the right hand and on the left. And the only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could be one man to go through it once. That's why the scriptures say, pick up your cross, man, and work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. All right? You have to prepare yourself for these things. And you got to use what the weapons of war that the Most High has given us. Study the scriptures to show thyself approved. Meditate on these things that you read. Apply them to your life. Fast. All right? Some demons only go out by fasting. And pray without ceasing, man. All right? And that's how you become more than a conqueror, man. And whatever's thrown at you, you take it on the cheek. All right? All right, I'm going to get Philippians 4. And I'm going to start at verse. Damn, I'm tripping. I'm in First Thessalonians. I knew I was tripping. I'm looking for Philippians. I'm in Thessalonians. I knew I was tripping. All right, here we go. This is Philippians 4 and 12. This is what I want. I know how to be a base. All right, when you come in this truth, man, you may end up coming to base. You might end up with $10 to your fucking name, and in 2 days your fucking phone bill fixed. Need paying, and you got $10-20 to your name. All right. Even when you change at a lower state like that and you're a base, you still praise Yahweh Shema Shai, man. He know what we need, man. Okay? That could be a dire straight to brothers. And I know how to abound. See, even when you have a lot, that's when shit's going good is when you really supposed to seek Yahweh Shema Shai, man. This is hell. When shit seems like it's going too good, you better be circumspect. All right? It's written in the book of Proverbs. The narrator said, Solomon, he said, give me exactly what I need. He said, don't give me poverty nor riches. But as it pertains to riches, he said, I wouldn't seek you if I had too much. So you got to know if the Most High do bless you with a lot of things, all right, you got to know how to deal with those riches and don't go off to the right or to the left, all right? And everywhere in all things, I am instructed to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and suffer need. All right, whatever's thrown at you. All right, the 144 are going to be battle-tested men that took on whatever was thrown at them, and they overcame. All right, and they overcame. All right, this is 1 Corinthians 4, and I'm going to start around 7. All right? All right, I'm going to start at verse 8. Now ye are full. Now ye are rich. Now you have reigned as kings without us. And I would to Yahweh ye did reign, that also you may reign with you. We may also reign with you. For I think Yahweh has set forth the apostles last. All right, now let's see what happens to the Akim, to the prophets, the apostles, as we were appointed to death, man. You got to be ready for death, man. All right, when we come out there week in week out, man, he said, I sent you as sheep amongst wolves, scorpions, man. For we are made a spectacle unto the world. All right, so you got to be ready when you bring this truth to become a spectacle. All right, that's what happens when people gonna ridicule you, scoff you, mock you, lie on you. All right, and to angels and to men. We are fools for Yahweh's sake. So whatever throne that all you had your eye on the prize, and you look, man, fuck what a man say. I want to do as well pleasing to my great king. I want to make my great king proud. That's what you got to have that mindset of. All right? But you are wise in Yahweh. We are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised. All right? Even to this present hour, we both hunger, thirst, and are naked, and are buffeted with no certain dwelling places. And see, he was telling him about men of the Lord, men that was in the faith, man. They were in lower states, man. Some brothers was hungry. Some brothers was thirsting. Some brothers was lacking of resources. All right? But the Most High used that to buffet them, to make them better, to build up your spiritual biceps when you go through those things, okay? And have no dwelling place, and labor, working with our hands, being reviled, we bless, being persecuted, we suffer, being defamed, we entreat. See what comes on against the men of the Lord? We are made as the filth of the world and of the offscoring of all things unto this day. I write not these things to shame you, as my brothers. I write, but my beloved sons, I warn you. He was like, look, y'all too lackadaisical in here. Y'all like y'all reigning as kings, man. We in a battlefield. All right, when you come do what we doing, man, you got to be ready for war. You got to be ready to go through some shit. You if you just around here reigning and I don't have to work, I don't have to do this, and just everything going good for you, and you're not going through shit in this truth, man. You got to watch yourself, man. That's what Paul was telling them, man. I got to warn you. Because you're going to go through holy hell in this thing. But the scriptures say we could do all things through Yahweh who strengthens us, man, no matter what is thrown at us, man. That's why the scriptures say be found faithful unto death. So with that, Lord willing, to sit down was edifying to the hearers. I want to give infinite honors to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, and Kakadash. I want to give double honors to our teachers, the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to my fellow laborers in Yahweh Shai. Kwam Yasharala, Abba.